Hi, and welcome to this week's episode. This week's transit moves into trait 19, which is around social needs. During this week, what you're going to start to notice is this kind of fundamental need to not only have a territory, which is yours, but to have all the resources within that territory that you need to survive. So all the things, the basic elements for survival, like food and clothing and whatever's needed for your survival. This is going to feel like a deep need to not only connect, interact, or bond with others in order to ensure that these needs that we have and this territory that we need is met. It's going to feel like this constant pressure to get the resources that you need. And so if you have this trait in your design, then you're the kind of person that should always have your refrigerator fully stocked. Even if you have empty boxes in there, to give that sense of having the resources that you need to take you through is going to be important. You're also the type of person that needs to have savings in your bank account. You need to know that the resources are there to provide for your needs. When we take a look at the business or the team context, this week is a really great week to establish not only what territory is important for your team to be successful, to survive, but also what resources are necessary. What are the crucial foundational resource elements that will make your team thrive and be a success? When you can put those into place, when you know that those resources are there to kind of back you up, what you're going to have is this harmonious interaction between all the people involved. You see, when people don't have their basic needs met, whether it's in a business environment or in life, the very social fabric of that particular team or family or community dynamics start to break down. People get kind of desperate when they don't have those basic resources in place, and they won't be able to communicate or interact in a really great social and harmonious and cooperative way. So the resources that are needed to create the most successful team is crucial to have in place this week. And as we've been following through this year, we're really stepping into the new year now, and we want to make sure that the resources that we need going forward into this new year are in place. And this energy in this transit for this week is here to help you with that. In order to get the territory or resources that we need in place, we often need to interact or bond with others. And this trait brings with it very much this bonding energy, this establishing, who are the right people for me to connect and bond with that either control or possess the resources that my family or my team needs. And then forming some kind of bargain with that other person. If you can give me these resources, we can give you this other thing in exchange. And so you start to set up these bargaining relationships with people in order to ensure that not only the territory but the resources are in place for your success. When our team or our family or our community don't have the resources that they need and that social fabric starts to break down, this is where revolutions start. This is where people rise up to try to make some kind of change to ensure that their basic needs are met. So if you're working in a team environment and you haven't taken the time to consider what resources need to be in place, you haven't set up these bargains, these social supportive relationships with others to ensure that, and there's no really deep communication and connection in this way, at some point you're going to have some type of revolution break out, because people need basic elements to be successful and to survive. And this week we want to make sure that those are in place. This trait is in drive and stamina, and drive and stamina brings this pressure, this fuel to do something. And if we submit to that pressure and it's not correct for us, then there can be this neediness, a personal neediness as well as a team neediness, and it can really be an unhealthy, non-functional form of neediness that can come out when we submit to the pressure. So we need to ensure that if we feel the pressure, we're only stepping into it if it's correct for us. And we really want to get to this place where we can balance not only our needs, but the needs of our team, the needs of our family, the needs of our community. We want to make sure that that bargain is in place and everyone is getting what they need. So as you're moving forward in this week, I'd really encourage you to really evaluate what those base resources are that you need. When you're wanting to form those bonds or those interactions with others, you want to do it with people that are really authentic. You want to work with people that have the same values, the same principles as you, so that that connection between you and the other is going to flow beautifully. This is potentially a time where you may want to sign a contract or enter into a partnership with somebody, because ultimately it can be quite challenging to have the burden of supplying all the resources and needs for our team on our own. So if you're thinking about having a partner come and join you, someone who can share that responsibility, now's a good time to really check in. Are they aligned to my values? Are they aligned to my principles? Are they authentic? Or are you seeing people just trying to be a square fitting into a round hole? They are trying to they're desperate to fit in. There's too much neediness going on. We've stepped into the dysfunctional side of this trait then. You want to ensure that people are there because it's the right place for them, that they feel secure in that environment, that they feel like their needs are being met, and then great success can happen from this place. I'd really encourage you to be as authentic as you can about your own needs, expressing your own needs, making sure that your own needs are met and that you're creating that balance between meeting your needs as well as meeting those that you are most connected to. If you have any comments or any experiences to share about how this particular energy transit shows up for you, please pop the comments below, and I'd love to hear from you. And I love responding to and connecting with people and seeing how the BG5 and human design dynamics actually plays out in real life. If you have any questions, I'm happy for you to put those in the comments as well, and I will be happy to answer those for you. If you want to make sure that you don't miss an energy transit and understanding the energy dynamics that are around within us or in the communal or collective environment around us, then please hit subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye for now.